A lot of women reach midlife and say the same thing. I'm angry all the time, or I don't recognize myself anymore, or I feel on edge even when nothing's happening. And almost immediately that gets explained away. Hormones, stress, burnout. Those explanations aren't wrong, but again, they're not big enough because anger on its own isn't the issue. Anger is a signal. No, it's too fast, isn't it? A lot of women reach midlife and say the same thing. I'm angry all the time, or I don't recognize myself anymore, or I feel on edge even when nothing's happening. And almost immediately that gets explained away. Hormones, stress, burnout. Those explanations aren't wrong, but again, they're not big enough because anger on its own isn't the issue. Anger is a signal. What I keep seeing isn't women suddenly becoming angry people. It's women finally running out of room to absorb more responsibility, room to smooth things over, room to carry what other people don't notice or don't take responsibility for. For years, that load is managed quietly. You get on with it, you adapt, you cope, you tell yourself it's just how life is. Until one day it isn't manageable anymore. This is the bit that often gets missed. Anger doesn't appear because something new has gone wrong. It appears when capacity disappears, when there's no spare capacity left to keep absorbing things without cost. And midlife is exactly when that margin tends to vanish. Think about what's often happening at the same time. Your body isn't as forgiving as it used to be. Work expects the same output, but with less tolerance. You're carrying worry for children, parents, finance, the future, and you'll probably spend decades being the reliable one. None of that shows up as a single crisis. It shows up as pressure, constant, low level, unrelenting. Anger is often the moment that pressure becomes visible. This is why telling women to calm down or manage their emotions misses the point. If anger was the problem, suppression would work, but it doesn't, because the anger isn't random. It's connected to decisions made without you, needs that keep getting postponed, boundaries that keep getting pushed, expectations that quietly pile up. When those things don't get addressed, your system reacts. That reaction gets labelled as a problem instead of a warning. This is also where mental well-being often gets misunderstood. Mental well-being isn't about being calmer or more positive. It's about whether your thinking has enough space to work properly. When you're under constant load, your tolerance drops, your patience shrinks, your thinking becomes narrower, your reactions get sharper. That's not a personality flaw, that's strain. What worries me is how quickly women turn this inward. They start asking, what's wrong with me? Why am I like this? Why can't I cope anymore? These questions assume the problem is personal, Often it isn't. Often it's structural. This is why quick fixes don't help. Breathing exercises don't change unfair load. Positive thinking doesn't remove pressure. Better routines don't give you back you. They might take the edge off, but they don't address the cause. And when the cause stays in place, the anger keeps returning. The useful question isn't, how do I stop feeling angry? It's, what has been building here for years that I've never been able to look at properly? That question takes longer, but it leads somewhere more honest. You don't need to act on this straight away. You don't need to confront anyone. You don't need to change everything. You don't even need answers yet. But seeing anger for what it actually is, a signal, not a failure, this changes how you relate to it, and that matters. To understand the patterns underneath it, because once you understand those, you stop blaming yourself for reactions that make complete sense.